Turn off your YouTube, baby. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Chisme.
Hello, Mar. How's everything going today?
Well, you know how my day went.
You had to you had to climb out of the snow.
Climb out of the snow. I had to more like dig myself out of the snow. Hey, Princess, Dragonette Junie. I saw
Hello,
Lanky Tor
everyone.
popped in. Hey, Jess. Hey, Seashells. Hey, Alicia. Happy birthday. Yeah, let me show you guys let me show you guys my car today. Oh, this was crazy, guys. And then Chisme's grandbabies are like, let me see. Oh, I wish I was there. I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah,
you
they've been
don't.
talking about it all day. Can we go to your friend's house? I said, it's far away. You'll freeze your buns.
Can you guys find my car in this picture? Do you guys? Oh, black. You should have seen me. It's up to right between it's like right above my knees, like 6 inches. You see
Ooh,
my car?
and that's just the beginning, huh? I see the
Yeah, this is, uh,
side view mirror.
yeah, there's my car.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit. You see that, guys? That's why we lost power. I was on the camera with Chisme today, and she's like, oh my gosh, trying to dig it out. The plow truck was coming in. Yeah, it was horrible. I
It's
think we got
beautiful
about
though.
22. Yeah, we got about 22 inches, guys.
Mm.
But that's what I wanted to show you.
And that's just the beginning. You get the rest of the winter.
Well, that was a serious storm, though. You know what, Eagle? Come spend the weekend with me. Okay, we got it. We'll get into this. We know the full video of them walking was released. People
Yes.
are talking about Adam, but we forgot to watch the 3-minute clip that I wanted to watch on Jim Clemente, the
Okay.
profiler that did the the one that is the writer for Criminal Minds.
Okay. Criminal Minds. I think they filmed in Austin. Some uh some of them they because some of my friends are
Yeah.
actors in Austin.
And yeah, they film it all over. They've got, well,
Is that the one
I
with
used to watch it.
Regina?
Hodge, Gillian. You got snow like that, Junie? Oh, you're close to me, Junie. Jim Clemente's in the middle. He is the one that is a serious FBI profiler, and he's going to talk about the Idaho 4. This is only 3 minutes. I'm looking for if there is a longer version, but I have yet to find it.
Blood and footprints, if there are any in blood, and fibers that are found on top of bodies as opposed to underneath bodies can be so incredibly significant for forensics investigators.
It certainly can. And if, let's just take, for instance, if this perpetrator was ungloved, you have to understand that by the time that they finish with the very first person and they don't have a glove on their hand, either one of them, there will be transfer of blood evidence to the next victim, perhaps. Certainly, if they're utilizing the same weapon, which, has kind of been implied that they're using this kind of robust military style knife that they keep referring to. You're essentially, and this is kind of an odd term, but you're essentially inoculating every subsequent victim with the trace evidence that comes from the victims prior to that. So you'll have things like commingling of blood and this sort of thing, and certainly DNA sample. It's hard to imagine that some trace elements were not left behind, because this will in fact be a bloody mess. I've worked many sharp force injury cases over the course of my career, and it's almost as if they will dip their hands in blood and transfer it along, steadying themselves perhaps on guardrails if they're making their way up staircases, touching walls to steady themselves, any kind of surfaces, and also on the other bodies where they're placing their hands. They have to leverage themselves many times. Think about it, Ash. If they're saying that these individuals were killed in their bed, then that person would have to place.
Oh, no, don't do that to
a
me.
knee, a hand on the bed, point of contact in order to utilize the knife.
I have just 20 seconds left, but I have to ask you, Jim, about the locked door. These kids couldn't determine why their friend wouldn't wake up. So clearly they couldn't get through the door to open it and see the bloody mess that was inside. How would a killer get in, stab and kill one or two victims, and get out and leave a door locked?
Well, I think it may be an attempt to delay discovery, and it actually worked. It would indicate to me, behaviorally, that there may be a connection between the offender and that victim because they were trying to discover it. If there's no known connection, then there's less of a likelihood that they would waste the time to delay discovery.
It's just incredibly mysterious. Jim Clemente and Joseph Scott Morgan, thank you. I'd like to have you both back because there's still so many unanswered questions. Appreciate it.
Now I know
thought
what
there
you
would have
meant.
been a longer. About
I know
what?
what you meant about the blood dripping down the back, the side of the back of the home where it was dripping. He said that there could have been blood transfer whenever he was trying to brace himself, so now I know what you mean, that he could have braced himself somehow, stuck his, try to grab that pipe, that little pipe. And if his hands or his sweater or whatever were saturated, it would have dripped off.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys think about it, how in God's earth could blood drip out of Xana's room like that? There's not like a complete hole in the wall with a shelf that they leaned their hand out and it dripped outside of the house. I think it was the killer that was creeping around the corner to make sure the coast was clear.
Because there's that smudge. The smudge that I noticed. But I still think it could have happened from their room, because I keep seeing him, corner them right there in the corner, and then they bled out right there. Hold on, my doggy.
Hey, Cupcake. Yeah, but how is it going to drip out of the wall like that? You would think that it would be more of an absorbed look.
Yeah, because they said that the workmanship was poor on that flooring.
One sec, guys. Let me find the new surveillance camera of the three walking together.
Darn it. Hold on.
So have we figured out who the guy is yet in the surveillance camera? Is it Adam? I got a whole list of names. We're going to go through, we're going to map these people on Google Earth to figure out where the family lives. And I'm not understanding why they're not looking for this Elantra, but I don't even know if it's an Elantra. I found some interesting things on Twitter today, and the Reddit feed. Oh.
I've been absent today, so I have no idea what's going on.
Well, you know me, I'm always down this rabbit hole. I was down
Yeah.
the ice hole today. Hey, Alexander. Hey, Pippi. The ice hole. Uh, and
Yeah.
it's just me's grandkids. Like, how deep is it? So I stepped in it because when I opened up the car door after I shoveled the side out, it was up to the car. So I would put my leg in it and it was all the way to my knee. And she's like, I wish I was there. I said, please send me them over here so I can have them shovel the
Yeah.
snow for me. Please.
They've only seen snow one time, and it was about an inch, maybe that's it, or less. That was last year when we
Hop in
had
the
the big
car.
blackout.
Hop in the car. I got a job for all of you this winter.
Not me. I'm retired. I'm tired all over again, retired.
Okay. So let's see if we can somehow see if this guy has like the way that he walks. Let's see if he's got any special little jump in his step. I'll probably go ahead later and get this into a bigger situation, but this is very weird. People were going on. I thought forever it was Jack Showalter. I'm not even convinced it's Jack Showalter anymore.
I'm not either. I want to see how tall he is.
Watch. So, does that look like anybody who's stalking her?
I couldn't tell. Oh,
He
the guy
seems
that
to,
no, he's
yep,
walking with them. Yeah, but
got his
he did.
hands in his pocket. They're chilling. It doesn't seem like he's walking closer to one or the other.
Yeah.
So now let's go real quick and go watch the one that has the see the words on it from Matt.
Hey,
Cupcake, you tell your mama to take that diaper off your butt.
I'm wondering if she told Adam that she liked him.
Well, I'm going to show you guys a couple things on Reddit where they're saying that he is the bartender and he is Jack D's good friend. Why can't I find Matt's channel?
I'm gonna go take my doggie outside real quick. She waits till I get on.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pull up this because now that we see them walking together, I want to see how they are when they arrive there. Let me just find that video from Matt. I honestly don't think that it's anybody in that immediate crowd. All right, here we go. Videos.
Black
All
Eagle.
right, here
She's
we go.
obsessed with Kensington videos. What's that?
Yeah, who's Kensington Black? All right, let's watch this again. So now that we know this was before the food truck, so now they're going to come to the food truck, and this has the closed caption and the voice. I'm so confused. I still think that it's an incel weirdo that was rejected by the crowd, and he was up there in those. I'm staying with my first theory that it's like a Danny Rawlin.
No, it's amusing. It's fun to watch other people.
Be right back. I'm going to grab a
Have a
drink.
good night. Hello. Welcome back.
Hey, LibCam. Hey, Lisa, Nia.
Okay.
Be right back, Chisney.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Don's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
Maybe I
Here.
didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the next?
Don't forget to remove the
The
spoon.
The
carbonara.
carbonara Mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
$10 for you.
Perfect.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Order 78. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just
the
2 Dunkin' Donuts?
cheese mac and cheese, please?
Definitely. I get
Thank you.
and pork tacos. Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like? Just come with one. It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like
And
small
there
little
he
street tacos.
is.
I normally eat 2,
Right
3.
there.
The one
He's
that's ordering,
definitely
Almost.
wearing Nikes.
Okay.
is he wearing skinny pants?
No.
Kind of.
Okay, so this guy right here,
Mm-hmm.
here's Kaylee, and here's Maddie, and this guy right here with this black jacket on and the hoodie, he's got white Nikes on, and it's either got a black swoosh or a white swoosh, and then he's got black or like a blue maybe. Skinny pants. I don't think he's wearing skinny jeans, but he's not that tall. He looks to me about 5'7", 5'8", maybe. Oh, who's that?
Yeah, he.
Hello.
You know, I was gonna mention that person right there. Is that a man or a woman? I mean, not to be funny, but there's a
Who?
girl that lived, the one at the window that's ordering with the hoodie.
Oh, that's a girl.
Okay. I think she's the one that lives next to them in that blue house, because I saw a video of a girl that looks similar to that, saying that, talking about how she was leaving and she was packing.
Oh, I've got some video. We're gonna get into the Reddit feed with Adam and Decor. And then we're gonna go onto Google Maps and we're gonna see where all the family lives. Because I heard that Showwater and Decor hung out together when they were growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be almost 2 pounds of food.
And there he is.
Okay, you got it. 2 pork tacos? Done.
He's just kind of chilling in
1
the
5 cheese,
background.
1 basil pesto, 2 pork tacos, $24.50 for you. Thank you.
Since he was walking with them earlier,
I would love to know what.
Hmm. I understand it a little.
Right, I would love to know
better.
who Kaylee was texting right there.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on.
Absolutely.
If we decide to cut this, let's
Oh,
go.
Now,
People-
who's
people have
this
fallen.
guy?
There's
People have
another
fallen.
I never
yeah,
noticed
Sorry,
him
I'm talking
before with the
Oh, you're
red.
so good.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I
thank you.
saw him now.
How are you doing? So good. Absolutely, thank you. So good. Absolutely, thank you. People have fallen.
This guy.
People have fallen over you. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely, thank you. How are you doing?
And who's the one
I'm
in
doing
the
extremely
yellow?
well. What sounds good?
Look,
I
does
don't.
he look like?
I'm watching him too. But did you see the guy that came back in the red like the
Yeah.
baseball shirt?
For
Yeah.
the big grill, would you like pork or chicken? Got it.
Look
And
at
you said
this
a Mountain
guy
Dew?
wearing a tank top. Holy shit! It's too cold for that.
Big grill chicken and a Mountain Dew. We're gonna do $11.
Hey, no way.
Here's Mountain Dew and
Hey,
order 80.
princess.
Thank you very much.
I like to go
all the
back to
time.
the beginning, and now that we saw that full video and we know that he came with them with all of that
Okay,
ridiculous
the
speculation
one
we
with
all
that,
did.
he's wearing that the hoodie in front, like a Mexican type.
So 2 pork tacos.
Someone said that's
Yeah, like a
Inan.
poncho.
Yeah, someone said that's Inan.
Thank you.
Wait.
Someone
Let
in
me
chat.
look.
Not today, but yesterday, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, people have.
it's coming.
No,
There's
it's
the
not.
hoodie.
Yes, please. Excellent. Figure of chicken.
I
is
don't know
Mountain
who
Dew.
that
We're
kid
gonna do
is in the
$11.
hoodie. There's the mysterious kid, either Adam, Josh, Jack, or Jake.
I don't think it's
Then we
Jack
got
Dean
two
anymore.
Davids.
Order 80. Thank you very much.
He's coming.
Hello. I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
He's right
Right there.
there.
Chicken burritos. Extra.
Okay. You know what? He does have on glasses, but he has a mustache. Would you guys agree that that man has a mustache that's wearing like the hoodie shaw poncho thing?
Yeah, it looks like he has a mustache.
Yeah,
Or
I
else
see
it's
him.
a shadow.
Yeah,
But
let's
no, he
continue to
does.
watch because I see a mustache. And then there's Kaylee, and there's the friend that's walking with him.
2 chicken burritos. Extra.
He's with a girl. There's no way that's Inan.
But
No
remember,
effing way.
he said that he hangs around with the one girl and that's it.
$19 for you.
No, that's
I know I
not
have
Inan.
$6 waiting for me. Would like to just.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So.
He's too inverted to be in a situation like that, I think.
Yeah.
In my opinion. No.
Oh no, it's not. He's too light.
Nope.
Okay, debunked.
Order 81. Thank you.
I mean, here's Maddie kind of rocking, doesn't look nervous.
Extra slot. Is that charged? No, it's not
Kaylee.
charged. It's slot.
See, and they're kind of
Of course we do.
laughing because she's, you know,
Hi, camera. Okay, chicken taco.
Chicken taco.
she looks like she's a little tipsy
Okay.
right there.
No, I'm getting no matter what. I'm like, hey, please, keep leaving. We'll do 2 $5.
I mean, come on, guys. At the end of the day, did she probably have a couple drinks? Absolutely.
I've been there.
But she's sitting here texting. It's not like she's going to the back or. It's so sad to actually see these two beautiful girls 2 hours before they were actually murdered in their bed. It's just
Like, I'm adding 2 or you're making it, it's now 2.
Oh,
Sorry.
2.
You're adding 2. Excellent. Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
Now that big guy, he went to the police because he said he called them
You got
and
so
they
I have
didn't
chicken taco
respond, so he went ahead and went.
Okay. $27.75.
Hey.
How many apples in the mac and wheat? 0, TJ. 0.
what is Maddie doing?
She's like getting frustrated because they're taking so long, and she's just like, you know, kind of. She's not banging on the edge, but she's just, you know, kind of like, where's my food? You know, getting their attention.
Can I get a magnifier?
You got it, man. One mac and pie, $9 for you.
Perfect, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, let's go. Of course. Awesome. Dessert burrito for ready.
Order 83.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
See, those are definitely the pants that she's wearing in that picture with Maddie on her shoulders.
Time to start the old car. It's been a while since this engine started. Let's see if it starts. V V V V V V V V V V V V V. V V V V V V V V V V V V
Their computer.
V V V V V V V V V V V V V V.
Hey, let's make a little beat to that.
Wait, is she vaping?
Oh, great.
Did you guys know that Kaylee was a vapor?
Well, they went to the vape shop, but I saw the smoke one time, but I really didn't.
It's right
No.
there.
Yeah.
Watch her. She's vaping.
V,
blows out the
V,
smoke.
V, 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 V. Oh,
Yeah.
great, the battery
My
is
first
dead.
time was when I went to
Well,
the grocery
better luck
store
next
to buy
time.
donuts.
For what?
First time I used, well, NFC. I don't have an Apple device, so it wasn't happening. I was desperate.
For donuts?
For donuts, yes.
Never used like a
What's
phone
going on
NFC.
back here?
I guess unless you count the tap on the card.
Oh,
I
he's
see.
being-
Never used my phone. So
That
I'm
one
at
guy
the
that
store,
just got
always had my
been
card.
back
Okay.
there chilling with the one against the pole.
It's because you're too prepared, Derek.
It's because I try not to forget.
I saw some people
That's smart, Derek. It's probably
sitting on
good
the
to not lose
windowsill.
wallet. Guys, fuck yeah, great ticket times, honestly. Like Luke, TiVo.
What
really
is
solid.
she doing? Yeah, that.
It's like,
Look at Maddie. She's like,
it's cute.
Love it. Very
So,
sweet.
Joe,
All
how
right,
close are we
back
to
in.
you sitting down on Friday nights?
I mean, that was a solid rush. It's a good thing that it ended, but this is Friday, Saturday, and I got to sit down.
Very
They were making
sad.
fun of her.
I'm liking it.
Here goes the
Likes a
pointing.
lot, guys.
Yeah, because they were making fun of her. The guy said,
Hold on a second. This bad boy.
TiVo's thinking to himself,
Look at
if I
them
start
all
slowing down my neck,
smiling,
I
like-
gotta sit down. He's gonna try to sabotage me.
I actually was wondering if I was going too slow and you would switch it back. And I was really scared of that.
Now, is this the video where Maddie tells somebody to F off?
Yeah, she
Which is-
just
I'm
did.
very satisfied. You guys have worked on the truck, and Derek and I have been the ones on Grill and Mac, and we've had longer ticket times than that. Like,
And I told you they were laughing about her, how she was acting. That's what that big guy said when he interviewed.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it looks like
hell yeah.
two lovebirds
All right,
back
what
there
next?
against the wall.
Reduce reuse balls. Yeah. Fuck you, dude.
Oh, I get someone. Didn't like they want their numbers to be called.
Yeah, those two in the back there, just
Tomahawks.
right here.
How are you doing? Yeah, definitely.
This one.
Definitely garlic. We'll add chicken to it. Anything else for you?
And then can I do the 5 cheese?
And 5 cheese?
Can I add chicken to that?
Of course.
Look at the way Maddie
Death by
puts
garlic with
herself
chicken,
on the
5 cheese
counter.
chicken. Anything else? Love it.
So
$23.
sad.
Do you guys have any NFC? Go then. Any whatever sort of payment you have on your phone.
You know
can
what,
take.
Junie? That's a good question.
Order 84. Thank you. We do not have the scan one though. So like if you're trying to pay with Cash App, you have to like scan
That's
a
what
thing.
I was
We
thinking
don't have
about
any
today.
Sort of QR crap. How are you doing?
Sorry, go
Oh, no,
ahead.
no.
Are we not
Good.
sure
Sorry.
that that
Okay.
is her jacket or
Sushi tacos.
because of how
Got it.
big it is?
What big burrito?
$7.50 if that's everything for you.
I think it was one that was left
Yeah,
around
slide
where,
tap,
you know,
insert,
one of the
facing you with
parties
chip,
and
and yeah.
stuff.
Seashells, that was debunked. Well, two guys were following her out of a store, and she called her mom or something and said that these two guys were following her, but they were trying to pick up girls at the store. And when she went to her car, they stopped engaging.
Okay, so Jack Showalter, after all this happened, they said he went 5 hours away to his hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if that,
We're gonna
but he
map
used
that.
to live, he lived close to them because he was supposed to, whoever it was supposed to get a ride, I think, with them, and then they took off without him. But they were
Well,
going in the same direction.
Jack Showalter was kicked out of the fraternity.
Right.
And the only thing that I ever heard about Jack Showalter being there that night was the fact that they were claiming that he was the guy at the food truck. But I have never heard LE or anyone say that that is Jack Showalter. Just the rumors on
Yeah.
social media.
Mm-hmm. And I couldn't really tell who it is. I mean, it looks more like Jack S, but can't be 100% sure.
Okay. We're gonna go watch Sweetie Pie PieLo. Not sure if you guys have seen it. We're actually gonna watch 2 videos on her. They're short. I put them already in the description. But this one, she says, did Idaho perpetrator post this map online to link and threaten the attacks? I have never seen this yet.
I think that's one of the ones they put a short on TikTok that we kind of listened to last night.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the full video.
Yeah, I want to watch the full one.
I can't see
Chisme,
chat
make
right
sure
now.
make sure you drop your TikTok link in the chat.
It's a map. And when I plug in some of
thanks.
the locations for this map, it looks to be possibly linked.
Hi,
like the killer
Lilac.
is trying to admire their own work. They have now put out kind of a record of what they've done here. Take a look at this map. It says Moscow, Idaho. Overview map number 1. On the right-hand side, there's a legend. It says Bearable Dentistry. Then there's feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, feature 4, 5, 6, 7. Hartung Theater, Kibbe Dome, Oxford Laundry, Sudsies Laundry, Tapped, The Laundry Room, United States Postal Service, University of Idaho Disc Golf, University of Idaho Golf Course. Now pay attention to all these landmarks, okay? So we know the Quarter Club is where they were that night. We know Mad Greek is where Maddie and Xana worked. You see here, it says Sudsies Laundry LLC. Well, 911 calls in Idaho College Town include reports of blood, unusual circumstances. Moscow, Idaho, the small town of Moscow, received a deluge of calls last week reporting suspicious activity and requesting welfare checks after 4 University of Idaho students were savagely stabbed to death in a home near campus, according to the recently released 911 logs. The owner of Sudsies Laundromat dialed 911 on November 23rd to report a mark on the column inside that looks like blood. An officer responded, but did not take a report. Now, you will see that seems to be an ongoing theme, that MPD goes out, they assess the situation, and I want to say 100% of the time, they do not write a report. It's very strange, especially at a time such as this. Now let's get into what he actually says. And here's what he says. We should all be marveling in his talent and commitment to perfection, a true artist in his craft, yet no one seems to be paying proper respects. Our guest of honor has been in these threads and continues to do so. Let me be the first to say welcome. Let me apologize for all those who came before me and tried to present childlike antics, thus wasting your valuable time. The floor is now properly yours. We are ready to listen. So now the writer goes over in a boastful way, or maybe in an admiring sort of way, where he says that these are the things he's seen that he very much gives props to, okay? That the killer did these particular things. So posted laundromat locations, he says that was brilliant. Posted coordinates as a gift. 2 trail cams found thus far, very smart. Seems no one checked for wireless cams behind the house in the woods, double brilliant. Remains immune to immature baiting from these forums, triple brilliant.
So sweet.
Posted pic of one of the young ladies in the black bra. Impressive photo. Let me show you that real quick, guys.
What?
Let me read the rest of them, and then I'll show you the black bra. Many other photos posted, but have been ignored. I'm sure that caused a chuckle or two. Ultimately, the show must go on.
She's on
Phase
Reddit.
2 due to commence. Here, the writer is saying that this is going to happen again. Now, somebody made a really good note of the dates that a lot of these murders have occurred, that it was on the 13th. I think the one in Oregon, the one in Washington. I don't have that in front of me, but that's what I've heard. And if that is true, I think he's doing a murder by numbers, that kind of thing, and, slash Zodiac. It's definitely, I think, a theme he's going with.
The 13.
I'm going to show you the coordinates real quick that the person posted. I can't remember the date. I feel like it was November 20th or so. But these are the coordinates that were posted in 4chan. They may have yielded something. That could be why the person who wrote this is sort of boasting that there were 2 trail cams found, and that there are other, I think, 2 trail cams that are behind the house in the wooded area that possibly haven't been found yet. I mean, if any of this is true, it's absolutely crazy. Again, we're going to say it's speculation right now. I want you to let me know what you think of it. It's awfully creepy. Okay, here's the black bra photo. Take a look at this. It says Moscow. So I don't know if this was manipulated to say Moscow, November 13th, 3:10. It very well could have been. But if you zoom in, it certainly looks like the window was free and clear of nothing obstructing the view, so they could actually see and watch her changing. It's really creepy. There's also talk about anagrams that this person has been using.
What?
I want to share this message with you. Let's see if we can somehow unscramble what the words are. I can't remember how I found this. I think it was a picture posted in the 4chan forum. And it basically just said that this was posted recently by somebody, which we could all suppose is probably the person who carried out these deaths and stuff. So it says boyfriend of unfortunate has had satellite turned upside down. Now, what is an anagram? An anagram is, so it's a word. So it's where letters in one word could be scrambled and turned into a whole other word. So if you plug all these words in, you might figure out what it's saying. So that's kind of interesting. Now, next point. I'm trying to make my point fast here. Next thing that was stated that was shown on that map is the coyotes. Okay, this is why the coyotes are important. This is back from 6 years ago.
Yep.
It says someone's marking coyotes and leaving the carcasses all over University of Idaho Greek Road. For the second time this year, fraternity and sorority members at the University of Idaho woke up to a strange sight of multiple coyote carcasses laying on the doorsteps of their Greek homes. A man was originally caught placing the dead animals on Delta Zeta's stoop back in late January, and this past Friday, more coyote bodies appeared on the porches of the Pi Cap, Alpha Pi, and Pi Phi houses. So it says on January 20th, a man left a dead animal on the porch of a sorority and was caught on camera. He admitted to police he had done it on a dare. In that case, the suspect did not face charges because the sorority did not want to press them, said Captain Tyson Barrett of Moscow PD. In that case, the sorority just wanted the suspect to clean up the mess. In last week's incident, police said they do not have any suspects, though the man from the first incident is being questioned. Barrett said the second incident did not appear to have the same MO. In the second incident, it appeared someone threw the carcasses from a car from the alleyway behind the houses. Barrett said in the first incident, the suspect had taken the time to place it nicely at the door. Okay, so here's the next link. This happened back on, it was either April 30th or May.
Wait a second. Did she say that they placed the dead coyote nicely at the door?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can somebody explain how you can possibly place a dead, stabbed, bloody coyote? Like what does that even mean? What?
Because on the other coyote that they found after that, he was worse than the first one. He was worse.
And then look at this right here that I just, body of 19-year-old identified in Paradise Creek in Moscow. And I see it 2000 something, but I never heard of that either.
First.
Welcome to the Sunday News at 10. I'm Doug Petcash. We start with a tragic story out of North Idaho. The Moscow Police Department officers found the body of a young Boise man this morning. The body of 19-year-old Hudson Lindau of Boise was found in Paradise Creek near College Avenue in Moscow this morning. The Moscow Police Department says they responded to reports of a body in the creek around 11:30 this morning. The investigation is ongoing, but police say foul play is not suspected.
Take note that location was listed on this map. It says Paradise Creek.
Yeah.
So again, either it is deep. Somebody just taking note of all the different incidences that have happened in, let's say, the last several years, or he's taking a bow because he carried it out without being caught. He carried out all these different incidents without being caught, and he's very proud of himself, and in a sort of braggadocio way, he's taking credit. Let me show you what was also posted there. There was this extremely graphic post. I can't even show it to you guys, but what it was blood all over a room, and it looked like either symbols or maybe even words. I mean, I couldn't make out words, but maybe if I could see all of like an entire panoramic view, maybe there would be words. But anyway, things written in blood. And so in the same area as that particular post, there was this written. It says, it's okay to notice the coincidences. So just to sort of go over it one more time, this post that I found with the map is stating that all these different locations on the map are associated with the killer in some way, that this is not coincidence, that there is a connection here. And at this time, the person who is doing the admiring, or let's say could be the killer, is saying that he put out coordinates where the cops then found 2 trail cams that There are also two or three other trail cams behind the home that have possibly not been found yet. Let's go over it one more time. One, he's got all these places listed in the legend. So all of these are significant somehow. When I plug in the location, Paradise Creek body found, and then this Sudsy's Laundry where there was blood found on the wall. There's also these locations that were associated with the girl, such as Mad Greek, where Maddie worked, then the Corner Club where they went that night. There's also the Idaho Farmhouse Bakery. I'm not sure if that is affiliated with the killer. I ask that you please do not bother this business, but it was cited on that map, Idaho Farmhouse Bakery. So I wanted to take a look at it. It looks like it was recently established in 2021. Let's scroll through it real quick. There's this beautiful, look, loaves of bread. I don't know if this is supposed to be like some sort of a sign. We're downstairs at the Mountain Home Grange. We will be here until 3 p.m. Come by and say hi.
I think
But
so
look at
much.
this bread.
I think so much like
Looks
her.
I was just staring at these cinnamon rolls over here.
I love her.
I gotta make some cinnamon rolls. This just looks incredible. But take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a bakery popped up in the last couple of years.
Can you make us some
I don't know why it's on that
cinnamon
map.
rolls?
It's a little interesting though, isn't it?
Yeah, me.
South 1912
The
Center.
bakery.
So anyway,
The
there it is.
bakery.
Not a clue, but the person who made this map is suggesting that there's some sort of affiliation or association with all these different locations. Then you've got where the coyotes were found. If you look over here on the left of the screen, bottom left, dead coyotes were put in these specific places. So somehow it's all tied together.
Yep.
And then the person comments and says, posted laundromat locations, brilliant. Posted coordinates as a gift, 2 trail cams found thus far, very smart. Seems no one checked for wireless cams behind the house in the woods, double brilliant. Remains being from these forums, triple brilliant. Posted pic of one of the young ladies in the black bra. Impressive photo. Many other photos posted but have been ignored. I'm sure that caused a chuckle or two. Ultimately, the show must go on.
Lilac, do you have those posts, articles? If you have them, if you could please email monkiemartruecrime@gmail. But wait till I show you guys this murder that was in Calgary that is so similar that it's eerie. Maybe Paladin will come in. He'd be so proud that I looked into it.
To commence. And the anagram again.
We're going to Reddit.
What do these words become? All right. So anyway, we will.
You know what? That's interesting. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to see. I love anagrams.
You mean
I'm going to post this in Discord.
The first letter of each word?
Yeah, I'm going to post this in Discord and members only. Let's go see later, guys, if we can figure this out. Let me just save this to my desktop real fast. That's interesting. Okay, so let's watch the other video of her. And then I want to get in real quick. I want to show you guys this Calgary situation that was in 2017 that's so eerie and similar that it's absolutely scary. So a family member supposedly spoke out. And okay, I really like Sweetie
seashells.
PieLo.
I thought about that, seashells. If someone was pregnant or had an abortion.
There was a rumor from a lady on Twitter called Dr. What was her name, Chiz?
I don't remember.
Remember we were looking for her and we were talking and I said, she's talking about somebody being pregnant. And I said, Dr. Melissa something, and you found her on Twitter.
Caroline,
there you go. Yeah. She was saying that there was a rumor that maybe one of them was pregnant. I personally do not think that, but hey, it could be.
I'm sure they were focused on their career and it's real easy to get an implant, you know.
I mean,
Those
Kaylee graduated. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, the implants that they put on your arm.
Yeah.
And then now it's just a one small one.
Right. So this is Sweetie PieLo again. And this is like must hear. Family member speaks out, law enforcement. They don't know it. This right now, this is all speculation. It has not been verified, but this is something that is out in the web sleuth world that people are talking about. So I have not listened to it yet. So here we go.
Interesting video attached here. It's
I'm gonna
from
go
a
drink.
person whose investigation, at least that's what they say. Let me know what you think after watching it. Oh, and thank you to the person who referred me to this video.
I just want to let you know that I'm a relative of someone inside the investigation into the quadruple homicide in Idaho. I don't want to be any more specific than that because I don't want to put anybody in a challenging or contentious situation regarding their continued employment. And I will say what I'm about to tell you is secondhand, but it is from what I believe to be a very reliable source. Again, this can only be considered a rumor as I don't have firsthand knowledge. I never planned on posting any of this information out of respect for the victims' families. However, now that one of the victims' fathers has released some of the gruesome details himself, I'd like to share some of the investigative theory. As you know, the two women were found in the same bed, but with similar wounds. That's what's being reported. That's not exactly 100% true, at least in regard to the fact that they hadn't fallen to sleep in the same bed. One of the victim's wounds were deep gouges that were delivered with extremely aggressive force, so much so that the victim's liver and lungs were destroyed. Here's the theory that's happening. They definitely think it was a man because of the force of the wounds. The person must have been very strong. They think the man came into the room after doing what he did on the second floor. They went upstairs. The person cleanly and quietly unalived the first victim. The second victim awoke and tried to run. The man, they believe that the man possibly grabbed her and she screamed loudly, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
The man then harmed her. And the reason the wounds were of such force, he was delivering it quickly and forcibly to quiet her, which I apologize for how, I know it's disturbing, but anyway.
Trigger warning.
How do we know that she screamed? Because 3 individuals reported hearing a scream between 3:45 and 4 o'clock. That's why the police have such a specific time frame as to when the murders occurred. Because I don't know if you noticed, but the authorities weren't called the next day until late in the morning. Yet they had a very specific time frame when the murder happened. They think the scream is why. And after reviewing video files from the neighborhood, they reviewed security cameras in the area, and they have an audio file I haven't heard it, but I was told that you can clearly hear a loud scream from a female. That scream was recorded at exactly 3:38 a.m.
See, that's all false information right there. I know people say they hear the scream. When we watched Law and Crime and Vinny, what was that? And Vinny played the screen with the red bar showing it. I mean, I can hear something, but I do not hear a woman screaming. And you would have thought if it was so loud, how did the cops not hear it?
You can clearly hear it on the ones that are enhanced. They took the other sound off.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think God put those cops there. I feel God put the cops there so they could intervene, but it just didn't all click together. There's too much evil there.
Do you happen to have a link other than the Law and Crime with Vinny that's more defined?
Well, the one who has it is Chris McDonough, right on his last video, I think.
Yeah, I don't trust Chris McDonough.
Yeah, it's real clear.
I think he alters stuff. Huh,
I hope
Not
this
that
guy
he
isn't.
alters stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of Chris Madonna from the whole entire Summerwell situation. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he snuck his way into their house. Not snuck, but you know what I mean. Creepy kind of. Like he
Yeah.
went in there under false pretenses,
Yep.
and then he turned his back on him. And I hope this guy here isn't freaking Joseph Morris.
No. He just
kidding.
showed his face. Okay, let's see
I,
what else is going on here.
I shouldn't be joking. Sorry.
Say they didn't call the police because they said there's often loud noise coming from the house. I was told that there are parties there all the time. Again, I don't know if that's true, but it's what I was told. The weapon used was a long serrated-edged hunting knife with a fixed blade. The weapon had not been in the house. The person brought it with them and took it when they left.
Of course they did.
The two victims were on the same bed, not side by side. One victim was found on top of the other.
Hey, lead with love.
The reason is that the one tried to escape and was grabbed, harmed, and then shoved and fell on top of her friend. That is why
that out lead
there
on
is
Fox?
there's a lot of blood mixtures
Blender
on
has
this,
it.
at the scene.
Okay.
They're also desperately looking for this white
look at
car.
Blender.
The reason being is that it was seen speeding by an A&W
Pauline.
A&W gas station. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, that's, again, it could be wrong. I was just told it was seen speeding by an A&W gas station / hangout at 3:45. Now, if the screen was recorded at 3:38 and the car sped by at 3:45, it's a very tight time frame, but it is possible that the person left immediately and rushed and was seen speeding by. Also, the scream may have been what caused the person to quickly leave. That scream could have been what saved the other two roommates' lives.
Disagree.
The person knew that they might be detected, so they sped away. Again, this is all just rumor. Take it for what it is. I just pray for the young people, hope they rest in peace and that their families can find peace after this horrible crime. The person who committed it can be brought to justice.
Let me show you guys something interesting that I found before we get into the other gossip and stuff. But look at this. Have you guys ever seen this webpage? This is all of the live cams in Moscow.
No, that's interesting.
When I tell you there's so many, I mean, you can go watch them live, but these are just still shots 50 minutes ago, 54 minutes ago, an hour ago, 95 in Sweet Ave. But there's one that they show, the highway, and I think Taylor. 13 minutes ago.
Wow.
36 minutes ago. But where's the one?
Is that just for their town, or is that can you look at any place?
Palouse River Drive.
Like, is it a local website, or do
It's
all towns have it?
It's Media Blue. Yeah, you can just search for whatever live cams. Now, is this a gas station? This is 95 and D Street. 95 and Sweet Ave. Oh, does that sound familiar?
I wasn't paying attention to the street names. I know Taylor.
So wait a second. Was that where the food truck is? Southeast 6th Street and 6th Street. No, that's not Main Street. I see a motel. Isn't that interesting?
Wow. Looks real quiet.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that they have all of these webcams. I bet you they have a lot of footage to go through.
Yeah.
Interesting, right? Did you guys know that they had all those webcams running live in Moscow? And they don't even mention the fact that they have, like, how many webcams was that? 18, 13, 15?
What did you
Which
say, Mara?
one lead with love? I wish they had archives, right? Oh, I bet you can go back on those. When Gabby Petito was missing, you could actually go to Tahoe and watch this webcam and actually go back like 8 hours and then back into 8 hours. But ooh, that took so long.
Yeah, it says stop it, stop. When the cops were stopping those two guys, could the
All right,
if they're
Chisby, I'm
really
gonna.
smart, could they have put the three guys that went? Could they have just put them there so the cops could be distracted?
I put
You never
a
know.
right. I put an article in private chat if you wouldn't mind reading it. This
Okay.
is about. I can share it if you just want to read it. You don't have to share it. I'll share it.
Okay.
I love how Chisme reads.
Now I'm going to be embarrassed.
Oh, stop. So, what I want to show you guys real quick before we get into few more articles, and then I want to jump right into the 12 questions that hold the key to solving it, which was really interesting, and then Reddit, and of course some Twitter. But this is what Paladin was talking about. So new documents reveal horrors Brentwood slayings. Even though this happened in 2016, wait till you guys hear the similarities. This is creepy. I am convinced we have a serial killer. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Eric.
There was some 3 crimes that happened on the 13th.
Yeah, we're going to go look into what Lilac said too after we get into the Reddit and the Twitter and the 12. This article really interesting about the 12 keys of solving the Idaho murders. But wait till you guys hear this.
Okay.
And honestly, how far Calgary, Canada to Moscow, Idaho? 8 hours. 8-hour drive. And it's
Cool.
honestly a straight shot to the south. All right.
Okay. Okay, it says the house on Butler Crescent Northwest in Calgary where 5 students were murdered. Photo by Ted Rhodes.
You don't have to read all that little stuff. Oh,
See, now you really embarrassed me. I quit. I'm not going to do. Just kidding. Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Lilac, I agree.
The night he stabbed 5 people to death at a house party, accused murderer Matthew DeGrood met one of the hosts armed with a knife, a box cutter, and cloves of garlic. The latter items, he told witnesses, were to ward off the undead. DeGrood handed the garlic to a friend and told him he may need it. He also gave the knife to his friend who accepted it and put it in his bedroom when they arrived at 11 Butler Crescent Northwest, where a small group was celebrating the last day of classes at the University of Calgary on April 14th, 2014. People at the party later told police DeGrood was acting strangely, but what no one could have foreseen was that within a couple of hours of arriving, DeGrood would suddenly grab a knife from the kitchen and kill 5 people at the quiet gathering.
Hey, Sheila.
Oh my gosh.
Hawaii. Doug from No Thanks does the absolute perfect impersonation of Chris Madonna. Gonna go to Hawaii. But when he talks about But when he talks about the shriveled things and putting them in the gun holster or flipping him over his shoulder, I'm sorry, but Doug makes me laugh. He really is funny. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. One of your babes. Just kidding.
Stop.
Okay. People. Okay, I already read that part. Okay. He killed 5 people at the quiet gathering. Lawrence Hong, Josh Hunter, Caitlin Perez, Zachariah Rathwell, and Jordan Segura. They were the ones. Those revelations are contained in court documents and in evidence in court Monday, the first day of the Grood's trial on 5 counts of first-degree murder. The publication ban on the documents was lifted, revealing details of the evidence in this case. Investigators determined DeGrood spent the hours prior to the killings working at the Crowfoot Safeway store where he was a stock clerk. A co-worker, Andrea Latteroot, told police DeGrood usually said hello but said nothing when he arrived for his shift on April 14th, which was from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. At one point in the evening, Latteroot saw DeGrood buy a package of garlic capsules. Later in the evening at about 10 p.m., she went looking for him, but he was gone. When Latteroot texted DeGrood about his absence, he responded, "Trust that I never hurt anyone. All will be known." 5. In their search warrant application, investigators pointed to that text message, particularly DeGrood's use of the number 5, as evidence of planning, but that allegation hasn't been proven in court, and DeGrood's state of mind at the time of the killings is a central issue in the case. After leaving work early, DeGrood took the C train to the party even though he had driven to work. He texted Brendan McCabe, a childhood friend, en route and asked for directions to the house. McCabe thought this unusual because DeGrood had been to the house before, an investigator wrote in one of the police affidavits. McCabe met DeGrood at a service station near the house, which is when DeGrood handed him the garlic and a knife with a serrated blade similar to the one used to cut bread. During the 6-minute walk to the house, McCabe said DeGrood was agitated and talked about hitting meanings.
Wait. He Kitty, did you hear that? Can you believe they're going to use a bread knife? I know, Kitty, you can't handle this type of crime stuff. So, the guy used a serrated bread knife?
Mm-hmm. That he grabbed it at the party. Oh no, I thought that's what it said earlier. But this was earlier.
DeGrood handed him the garlic and a knife with a serrated blade similar to one used to cut bread. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. During the 6-minute walk to the house, McCabe said DeGrood was agitated and talked about hitting meanings in song lyrics and called U.S. President Barack Obama the Antichrist.
Oh.
After DeGrood arrived, witnesses saw him put on latex gloves and noticed that he kept his jacket on and fully zipped up. DeGrood was somewhat of a hypochondriac when they were kids, so McCabe didn't think much of his behavior, the investigator noted on his affidavit. But as the night went on, the things DeGrood said began to worry McCabe and Daniel Sieben, a friend of DeGrood since kindergarten. During a 45-minute walk with DeGrood as the party went on, Sieben sent a text message to McCabe saying their friend was in a bad place. During the walk, DeGrood spoke about crazy theories and that it was to be the end of the world at midnight, as well as a solar eclipse and a blood-red moon, Sieben told investigators. Back at the party, a group including DeGrood and McCabe went outside. One moment.
You see it?
Okay. I'm about to choke.
Hey,
You gave me a
Tuesday.
cold.
Hey, Tiffany.
Okay.
Hey, Lynn.
Back at the party, a group including DeGrood and McCabe went outside. DeGrood stated that his parents thought he was going insane. McCabe discounted what he was saying because DeGrood's parents have been strict with him in the past. DeGrood said that his parents wanted him to seek help and get medication, the police affidavit said. Sometime after midnight, a witness at the party saw DeGrood throw his cell phone into a backyard fire pit. He then smashed it with an axe and threw it against a fence. At around that time, McCabe was among a group of 4 people who left the party to get some food. They returned to a horrific scene just after 1:20 a.m. As B.M. was on the front lawn, he heard screams from a female, the affidavit read. This was followed by Josh Hunter running out of the house with DeGrood chasing him. B.M. heard Hunter say that DeGrood had a knife. McCabe told police he chased DeGrood and caught up to him down the street. McCabe said DeGrood was wielding a knife over his head and he was able to grab him by the hand that was holding the weapon and convinced his friend to let it go. DeGrood said that it's the night of the long knives before running off, McCabe told police. Police and paramedics arrived within 4 minutes of the first 911 call from the house. The first officers on the scene found Hunter on the front lawn, alive but fatally wounded. Rothwell and Segura were dead, found lying next to each other on the main floor inside. Nearby, a friend tried valiantly but unsuccessfully to keep hung alive. I lost my place. To keep hung alive by applying pressure to his wounds as he lay on the couch. Another friend tended to Berras, who was conscious but died later at Foothills Hospital only a few minutes after Hunter. Meanwhile, police flooded the neighborhood looking for DeGrood and found him a few blocks away at about 1:56 a.m. Officers who took part in the arrest said DeGrood punched a canine dog and ran toward a sergeant who had his pistol drawn.
What?
The sergeant,
Wait. He punched a canine dog?
yeah, and then he ran towards the sergeant with
How do
his
you
who
punch a
had his
canine
pistol drawn.
dog and not expect that dog to bite your face off? I don't think I've. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to have to see a picture of this creepo. Woo! Okay.
Okay, the sergeant, seeing DeGrood wasn't armed, didn't fire and sidestepped a punch from the suspect. A canine unit officer standing nearby took down DeGrood with a punch to the face. Over the next few hours, as officers rode in an ambulance to Rocky View Hospital with DeGrood and later guarded his bedside, he made several statements about his actions.
Chiz,
Even after, yeah.
you missed this one right here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good, babe.
Okay. Ooh, and that was important. Officers who searched DeGrood found a clove of garlic in his right sock. The reason he had it was to keep the zombies away, he told police, adding he rushed officers in an attempt to provoke them into shooting him so he wouldn't be reincarnated.
Oh.
Over the next few hours, as officers rode in an ambulance to Rocky View Hospital with DeGrood and later guarded his bedside, he made several statements about his actions, even after they advised him of his charter right to remain silent. At different times, DeGrood told officers he was trying to kill werewolves, zombies, or vampires.
Shit.
DeGrood asked one officer standing guard if he would be charged with 3 counts of murder. When an officer replied he would be charged with 5 counts, DeGrood responded that he acted in self-defense. Will it still be murder if I was defending myself, he said. Because most of the partygoers were out getting food, the killings appear to have been largely unwitnessed. One resident of the house who survived had gone to bed earlier in the night and only heard screaming afterward. What's left then is DeGroode's version of events, an account that has not been tested in court and may be the product of a disturbed
You
mind.
think?
DeGroode described having a conversation with one of the victims during the party. We were talking about more Buddhist philosophies, that we're all going to die, so just have fun, have sex, etc. He obviously disagreed with me and was towering over me. I asked him to give me my space. We were walking toward the knife block, so I decided to shoot first because I didn't know what he was going to do, so I stabbed him, he told an officer guarding him at the Rocky View Hospital.
Holy
DeGroote
shit.
said the others left in the house freaked out and he stabbed them as well.
Oh,
Hours later, a detective from the homicide unit arrived at the hospital to interview DeGroote. The investigator began by asking DeGroote if he understood that he was facing 5 murder charges. I don't agree with it because I believe what I was doing was just and fair, DeGroote replied. DeGroote said he understood the charges but disagreed with the definition of murder. I did stab 5 people, he added.
I mean, yeah, that's it. Let's go see what this dude looks like. Oh my gosh.
DeGroote.
Okay,
Well, he was at
so
work.
can you guys imagine? And then I heard from Mark, hello E Jones, hello Tuesday, that there was also a stabbing in Washington State. What date was that? What was the date of these stabbings?
Oh,
April
I don't remember
14th.
saying.
So it's the
Yeah,
14th.
2014. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the day because we've got November 13th with Idaho. This was April 14th.
Yeah, that was in 2014. Someone said either there was the 13th, each date was the 13th, but then I thought I also heard 13 years apart.
So here is the pictures. You've got Lawrence Hong, Josh Hunter, Caitlin Paris, Zachariah, and Jordan.
Wow.
And this is the guy that did it. Wow. Just unbelievable.
And he was still running and fighting.
I would definitely say that's some similarities. But that guy was caught.
Yeah.
So. And he used a bread knife. My gosh.
And he killed, oh my gosh, 4 people. And then he still was fighting, and he was fighting afterwards, so he had a lot of strength. But he thought the world was going to end.
Okay, so let's listen to what Steve Goncalves is saying about the guy in the video with the girls.
Okay.
And then we'll get into Reddit and Twitter. Okay. The father of Kaylee says the name mentioned in a freshly released surveillance video showing his daughter talking to another victim is not a suspect in the crime. We asked and did the obvious due diligence, and we looked into that. and it's pretty clear that this individual was not a part of the investigation. As far as the suspect, Steve said on Saturday's Lawrence Jones cross country. Oh, wait a second. The woman appeared to be wearing the same clothes. And then it just goes on of what they're saying. But why are they not giving him a name? The guy in the video.
You mean the hoodie guy?
Yeah.
They just said he was cleared. Because maybe because his parents are they're both doctors and they're wealthy.
One second, let me see something. So where was he? One sec, guys. Let me just see if this is the one about. No. Let me see. Here he is. Did you leave me, Chiz?
What's that?
Okay, I think I found it. Yep, I found it.
Yeah, the hoodie guy does look like Jackass, but they haven't verified it yet. And now they're questioning. Other people are questioning it, and now they got my mind all screwed up, and I don't know what's what. It's so confusing.
Right?
And
All
they
right,
make
let's
a
check
lot
this
of
out.
good points. Okay.
This was out today. So let's see. This Lawrence Jones cross country. I'm not even sure who he is, but I guess I'm about to find out. Let's see what this is. I'm going to grab a drink real quick.
Kaylee Goncalves, Steve Goncalves, as well as their family's attorney, Shannon Gray. Steve, thanks so much for
I think
joining
he
the
looks
program
like Jim
again.
Terry a
I made
little
a
bit.
promise to you that our audience
Girl, that's what I was going to say earlier.
is die.
Be right back.
We had a cooling off period last
The
week.
older version.
To bring the temperature down a little bit. What new can you tell us, Steve? I know we got this new surveillance video that was released by our digital team today. What can you tell us?
That film, to the family, we've had that film for a while. I believe the business reached out to us directly, and after they had given it to the police. So it was kind of comforting to us because it's just two girls having a good time talking about, asking about their bartender and just being girls on their way to the grub truck.
Yeah, so you don't suspect that this guy, Adam, that's stated in the video is somehow a suspect or anything like that. You guys have known about this video for a while.
We have, and we asked, and we did the obvious due diligence when we looked into that, and it was pretty clear that this individual was not a part of the investigation as far as a suspect.
Good copy. So, Steve, what can you tell us about the investigation thus far? We've heard about the car details being released as well. Is there anything that we can do to get some answers for you guys so we can get this suspect, whoever it is, in custody?
They've kind of informed us through communications that they've checked all the easiest paths. So like if this individual had this car registered to his name and it was just something very quick that they could just look up in the area and go right to his house, they've done all the due diligence there. They've done all that. So now they're reaching out and they're going to look to the community, see if this individual borrowed this car. It doesn't appear that it's something that they have real easy access to. So he may have ran, and they really pushed the narrative saying, hey, if we can get these guys to focus on something that's really helpful, which is this car, and, find out if somebody says, hey, that car, that looks a lot like mine, I'm going to come forward and just volunteer my information. And then, they can figure out if somebody else had borrowed it or if it, heck, who knows?
Steve, we talked about this off air. But one of the reasons why I want to bring this up is because I think it's critical to this investigation. A lot of these young people were teenagers, and there may have been some illicit activity that was minor that they would have gotten in trouble for, and it may be preventing them from coming forward. What can you tell these young people to kind of motivate them to give up some answers? Don't worry about all the petty stuff. 4 innocent lives were lost here.
Yeah, I want kids to understand that this is such a big case that these guys have their hands full. I wanted to go out there and tell everyone we support the Goncalves family, support the local police officers, so much so that we want them to be able to work on this case. I know that this is way over the normal workload that they normally have. Plus, they have patrols. They have to patrol now. This guy's not caught. So, there were some rumors that I called these officers a coward. That was not for these officers. That was for a lawyer that was standing in between what the officers would like to release and what is actually being released. And I called that individual. And this was just about coming forward and saying that the profile is a male. I feel like at a month, we can rule that that's not going to hurt the case. It's pretty clear. Even the coroner said this was a very strong individual. 2 people had defensive wounds, overpowered those people. So I'm just trying to steer the conversation into a way. So I have another son. I have another person who's going to school there, and I don't want him walking around those streets if it's not safe. So, we know as a family what we're looking for. And, if they see an individual looking a certain way, I'm telling my kids, steer clear of that.
Steve,
but, I want other families to know.
Steve, this is your first, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother, but this is your first Christmas without Kaylee. How you doing? How's your family doing?
To be honest, we're not even really going
to. Hang on, guys. I had no idea that Kaylee's brother went to University of Idaho. Did you?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know she had a brother. Oh yeah, I remember now.
She has a sister.
I haven't really heard him speak.
Yeah, she has a sister and then a brother, but I never knew that he went to the University of Idaho.
No, I didn't know that.
Feel better, Lilac. Yeah, my chest cold is almost gone, thank gosh. As you guys see, I'm not coughing, but I haven't laughed
feel
yet.
Better. Yep. Everyone's. I hope y'all get better real soon.
Oh my God, what the F, what, Jen? The fact that the brother goes to the school. Let's finish this out.
to have a Christmas because you can't get yourself there to where it would make sense. One of my children. The youngest one is going to go stay with some families because they're going to have the normal type Christmas, and she deserves that. But for us, we can't do that. It's too close to our heart. And how do you have a celebration like this when you've lost two of your favorite people in the world?
Yeah. Brother, we continue to pray for your audience as well. Thank you so much for joining the program.
2.
Thank you, sir.
Hey,
He said we continue to pray for your audience. I think he meant family.
I think he's talking about Kaylee and Maddie as far as they were definitely close in that family growing up together. Okay, so who do we have? We have Jack Kadovic, who is the one that paid Ethan for the $6 in the GoFundMe thing. We have Jack Decor, Kaylee's ex, Jake Schreiger, Maddie's ex, who's Jack Showwater, who was absolutely supposedly the guy at the food truck, but I don't believe that anymore. The creepy neighbor Ian, the other neighbor, what's his name, Jeremy, I think. And then we've got the David B, we got the David Loach, and now we have Adam. And we have Dylan, and we have Bethany. Let's not forget that Bethany entered that door in that video last night back in September, and she said that she didn't live there. One sec, I'm going to find. I just wanted to verify when she got that charge for underage drinking. Let me pull it up real quick.
2017, I think someone said. That I don't know the month or the day.
I'm going to tell you right now. And then I heard that Simon's grandma's getting out of jail like the 22nd or something. She was only like serving 7 days.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I guess it was court for custody of the other kids, but they said she didn't show up.
Okay, here's Kaylee. Okay, I've looked them all up. There's Adam. Okay.
Damn, you're good.
Oh, I look them all up. Kaylee. Yeah, we got your number. We know. I don't think Adam's involved. All right. There she is. Right here. 2020. Alcohol beverage under 21. Closed. Not guilty. Dismissed on motion of prosecutor. Offense date 7/11/2020. So that was not that night. Okay.
I wonder why someone searched that house 100 times the day before.
Which house?
1122 King Drive.
Right. All right, let me refresh this. Okay. So I don't know what this is. They start talking about the Elantra. So having 2 daughters, this tragedy hit extra hard. I don't know if this is the best idea of releasing this image. but I feel I need to contribute my small part to this investigation. This is an image of the driver of the Elantra. I've used the best imaging programs and scripts accessible to the public and pulled this profile out of the dark sedan. There is a lot of reflection, noise around the ball cap, but I can't really do much about it without actual security video files. I don't see an image. One sec. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't show the image when I click that. Here's an angle of the still shot. I'm going to have to share my whole screen. Hang on one second. So here's, well, I don't know if that's real. And what in God's name is that? What is that shit?
Denoid?
This right here.
I know, I was joking. I said Denoid.
And then this is another picture of it.
And
then
looks like they're wearing a hoodie.
I don't know if I could even possibly make this out.
Mm-mm.
The Seven
Looks like
Gnomes.
they have a beard, like a white beard, but I don't.
I see a cat.
And I saw the Noid. Do y'all remember the Noid? Maybe they only had them in Texas. Domino's.
What on God's earth is this? Did somebody actually draw the driver into the car?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now it looks like a turtle. Turtle power.
Okay, now we're going to get into this. One lady is claiming that she doesn't even believe the car is an Elantra. But one sec, let me see something. Somebody actually shows these cars. One sec, guys, might be down here. But they're showing the cars. I think this might be it. A cell phone photo of a computer screen showing a white car on Highway 8 in Moscow, 3:45 a.m., according to the clerk who found it while reviewing security footage. But some lady is actually showing another car. All right, let me go to the other Reddit post. Oh, actually, I think it's on Twitter. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sorry. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, there's not really much out on Reddit tonight. Hey, Raybird. Hey, Eric.
James CL is a bit suspect as well, Eric Wright says. James CL? Who's that?
Who wrote James?
Eric Wright says James CL is a bit suspect as well.
Yeah, I see that. Who is James CL?
Oh, the guy that got arrested. Is that him?
No, that his last name was Leonard.
What's his first name?
Is it James Leonard? Yeah, but he was already. The police already came out and said that he had nothing to do with that. Check this out. Allegedly, these two vehicles are found outside of the Loach household. The truck can be seen driving by slowly in a security video. The Hyundai might be a newer model than reported. The side-by-side is David Loach and the individual seen at home the night of 9/1/22. So now these are the two guys that they're saying allegedly are from the video that we watched last night when the cops showed up.
Yeah.
So we've got now this little emblem in the back to me, do Hyundais even have that? I thought it was like a circle and it kind of resembled the Toyota one. Like, look at the front of this top one. Like, what is that? Let me save this. We can zoom in. That doesn't look like a Hyundai. Does it?
I don't know what the Hyundai's. I'm not good at. I just know a white car or a black car.
And you can see it right there.
That's
What
is
is
that like
that,
a
guys?
Thunderbird? No, because see what I mean? I don't know what the heck.
Eric might know. He's a guy. Do you know what that car is on the right?
Oh yeah, James Curtis Leonard.
Let me look at the Hyundai emblem. Let me look at that emblem on the Hyundai. One sec. Yeah, look, guys. Look. It honestly reminds me of a Toyota. See? See? This is the new one.
Those are Hyundai? Then that's the.
This is the Hyundai emblem that's on the
So
car.
then it is, because that one, it looks like it's gonna have wings. Yeah.
Look at this one.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. The Genesis. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back.
And the Toyota is shaped after like a ram kind of.
So the Genesis does have that emblem on it. Okay. So that very well could be it. And I could say Hyundai right there. Yep. And there they are.
Is that the same person?
They are claiming that this is the side by side is David Loach and the individual seen at the home the night of when the police came. Remember that video we watched yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these are supposedly the two that came out. Now but let me show you another one real quick.
Oh, and you know the picture of the person in the ski mask? It was on Sweetie PieLo's channel. She said that the metadata says that it was taken that night, and she compared the faces, and it looks like Bethany and Xana, because there's another one that they don't show, and they're wearing a pink ski mask.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is confirmed. Adam is both the bartender and Jack D's friend. Left pic from Corner Club, right pic from Adam's Facebook. Both girls follow him on IG. He's friends with Jack D on Facebook, and there's a video of him with Kaylee's dog. And that's the video that came from Crime Circus, where you see Jack actually jumping up on that chair. I mean, Murphy. So this is Adam.
Hmm.
And this is the one that what did you tell Adam? I told him everything.
Yeah.
Now look at his hair though. I mean, could he be the guy at the food truck?
He would have still been at work because bartenders are the last ones to leave unless someone covered for him.
Ooh, Maddie is trending.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see what else is new real quick before we wrap it up. Oh, what's this? I had a picture from far, far away looking directly into the living room window. I need more time to find it, but I'm dead serious. One can see into the living room second floor clear as day, lit up like a Christmas tree stalker paradise.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the Sigma Chi house. Here's the house. 501 feet. And that is right there is the building that surveillance camera picked up the car.
Mm-hmm.
See what this is. That's where the blood stain is. That's Xana's room. Kaylee kitchen.
They were measuring something right by there. There's a picture out.
The frat house has EX like Ethan and Xana. Aw. That's interesting.
And the person that they found in the creek, well, they said that the creek is only a few inches deep, with water. So I think they said they drowned.
Yeah, I heard something about that where they found someone in the river. There's the 4-chain rabbit hole. Okay, you got to take this one, Chisme.
Okay, I hope it doesn't say anything
I'll
about.
send it. I don't want to hear
I can read
shriveled
it.
balls. No, I'm going to send it in private chat. So you can just open up and read it.
Okay.
It's in private.
So when it's on
And
private chat, I don't have to share the screen?
Well, you can read it and I'll open up the first one so they can see it on screen. And then you can just read on your screen so we don't have to go back and forth.
Oh,
Let's see
okay.
what this new Chan. Let's just see what this. Hey, Nina. Let's see what the new Chan's about. Chan.
You mean the one that's on the screen is the one you sent? Okay.
Private chat. Bottom link. There's 3 of them.
It says, you all don't deserve his attention at this point. The sad truth is, all you self-proclaimed gumshoes have about 3 marbles for a brain outside the fact you lack proper respect. His mind doesn't work like yours, hence why you'll never be able to see through his eyes. If any of you have an IQ above 110, you'd know this. You would also understand that this is just a part of a bigger plan, one that he believes deserves respect. But you morons can't stop saying blank every 3 seconds, so I can just imagine how turned off he is right about now. Incel? I think not.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Inan, I think.
What do you guys think that word is? But you morons can't stop saying something every 3 seconds.
Inan or Jack.
Yeah, you can almost see that first letter. Okay, go ahead.
It says,
What does that word say, guys?
incel, I think not. Our most talented guest does just fine with the ladies. Laundromat, stupid, you're an idiot. Washing those clothes within all that public DNA is brilliant. I even bet he went to the one without security cams too, or one that had other analog models where they keep backups of no more than 2 weeks. How much you want to bet there's a trail cam or two at those coordinates? Our guest is highly sophisticated, and you all best should be on your best behavior if you want him to come back around these parts. Bunch of numbnuts you all are. Jesus. I don't know. It says, when this first happened on a community page I follow, I'm from Boise, that updates on crime, etc., reported on Sunday afternoon there was a homicide in Moscow, Idaho the night prior. This was before anyone had any details, before they announced victims, etc. As clear as I can remember, a lady, a mother of someone who attends U of I, commented on the post stating, stabbing, my son attends frat there and lives across the street. Apparently a few people got stabbed. Frat party turned wrong. Guy got mad and stabbed
Hey,
them.
Ryan.
I can't find the original post anymore, only the same post but with an update edit of when they had more details and changed the post. The original comments are no longer there. When going back to the post, only new updates and the first update on the original. As someone has mentioned in here, they have found most truth during tragedies like this by going to or following original posts from when news broke. It reminded me about when I first saw the news of this happening and reading about everyone's speculation. Some thought drugs, some were confused, but that lady's comment definitely is sticking out to me more and more. So they knew about it before it was announced? Before they called 911? Anyway, it says, I have it on good authority. Cousin is a cop in a nearby
Yeah,
town,
that's weird.
but called in to help in Moscow when school started back up. Apparently, the investigation is looking directly at Sigma Chi frat party Ethan and Zaina attended from 8 to 9 that night. He did not have any update on their timeline after they left 9 to 1:45, but did say it looks like the investigation is honing in on 2 suspects from the party that night, and an update should publicly name them by the end of the week. Pause to read all huge Moscow update. Okay. Sigma has made their socials private and removed all info from Facebook going back a few years. They believe Ethan and Zaina were the main targets stemming from an argument that night. Downstairs survivors could hear 2 males rummaging through the room above them, figured it was an after party, locked the doors, and went to bed. When they discovered them in the morning, about 30 minutes before the 911 call, they called their friends at Sigma to come over, who in turn called the police. It's right across the street, and for whatever reason, they believed it was people from Sigma upstairs around 2:15 that night. Back door was left open, one dead in bed, the other blocking their room's door with their body. Police just updated their Facebook to reiterate they are not looking into the activities of that night, only the murders, which to me suggests something went on, fight, drugs, etc., and spilled into anger later that night and got them killed.
I disagree with the drugs. I think this was definitely somebody who was stalking Kaylee. Probably saw her out that night coming back into town. Like, I'm sticking to my first original. All right, let's see. Phenotyping is a new science that turns DNA evidence into a 3D mugshot.
What?
Yeah. Individuals' observable traits such as height, eye color, blood type. A person's phenotype is determined by both their genomic makeup, genotype, and environmental factors. That's cool.
We're gonna be
I know
cloned.
Kaylee and Maddie timeline cell phone calls. They
Oh
were
yeah.
awake at 3 a.m., which Kaylee was wearing, tells coroner exact time heart stopped. I watch she was wearing.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering about that.
So that must be how they know the time of death was between 3 or 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they're not releasing that.
Could it be that Xana and Ethan were being tortured from 9 to 1:45, or being held against their will? Well, you never know what happened. It's horrible.
Mm. Hmm.
Someone who's quick with their hands, for example, a wrestler, or someone that juggles, or someone who plays tennis, because they could have gone in with just with two swipes or whatever, two slashes with one hand and then the other, and that's it. Two cuts.
I
You know what
love
I
that
mean?
picture. I do. So Adam the bartender posted a TikTok video of Kaylee's dog. And that was the video that we see where he's running and he jumps onto the chair. Same pictures. And then there was something.
Oh, the Dia Precia says it was a creek. It was said the student was a victim of hazing. He was dumped in the creek, not more than 6 inches of water. This was from the guy's mom. Also, he did not have water in his lungs. 6 inches of water.
Are some people really saying that Ethan and his brother had a rival? I just can't. Some people just amaze me.
I wonder who Adam's girlfriend is. Nina Park said she had heard from another channel. Someone said Adam has a girlfriend.
And now a neighbor who lives near the house. And now a neighbor who lives near the house. And now a neighbor who
What
lives
the
near the
hell?
house. And now a neighbor who.
Huh. So what was that other one on Sweet PieLo?
Oh,
That you said?
I know. I'm trying to think back now. There's so much. Can you remember? But I know it was her last video. Let's see if I can find it.
I'll get it. So now they're saying the motive on what we know is that the murderer targeted at least one of the victims, police say. It is not known if the killer personally knew one or more of the victims or whether the attack was carried out in a fit of jealousy or rage. The autopsy revealed that the bodies did not show signs of sexual assault. A lot of people are going in hard now on Dylan.
Yeah.
And they're convinced that it's a white Hyundai Elantra.
Oh,
I'm just
that's it.
looking. One sec, I'm looking through this article real quick. A month before the murders at university, security issued a vandal alert to students and staff, warning them about an assailant armed with a knife. I think that was the guy on the bike that turned himself in. And then, of course, we have to deal with the skin dog. And then they talk about it being with that couple, which they said that it had nothing to do with the couple. And then of course that they released saying that there was no relevant evidence that involved the case with that murdered couple where the woman lived. Okay. This is actually a really interesting article, but it's so long. Let's go back to Sweetie Pie real quick and see something.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what we were talking about earlier.
With what?
What I said, what I told you, Sweetie Pie had said, but now I can't remember. I'm confused.
About the roommate surviving?
I don't know. What did I tell you?
Huh.
No, we already
Well,
saw it when she was
yeah,
she was
only
showing the map. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have too many on them. The map, which we saw, and then the family member speaks out. That's all she has.
Yeah.
We saw that. I can't believe that they have not caught anybody. The next live, we're gonna work together and map out where all of these people live. That's all the newest on the Idaho. Idaho murders. The former medical examiner disputes coroner's toxicology claims. They're still seeking. Xana's family announces scholarship in her honor.
Oh. We haven't heard much from the other parents.
So then, what is... Hello, Fiona? See, I think it's somebody who is that liked them or wanted to be part of the crowd but was rejected.
Yeah. Someone who was rejected.
Right? Okay.
But they all were pretty close. You know, now that I look at more videos and you see all how they all interacted, you know, the college students.
Yeah, but what about? I mean, Bethany and Dylan. Do I think that they did something? I mean, no. But why are even people trying to talk about? Like, who cares if Dylan's transgender? I personally do not think she is.
Uh-oh.
What?
No, I turned the volume on something else.
All right, let me see one thing real quick. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything.
Oh, I remember now of the where she showed the person in the ski mask.
Yes, yes, yes. Where is that? Do you have that link?
I'm looking for it now. The last video she made.
I didn't. Oh, I think you said it was on TikTok.
I don't know.
What, Bernadette? That anybody in this whole entire circle of these names are involved? I mean, Inan just fits the the profile to me, but I don't think he's the one. But he just. But then Murphy being put away is just kind of weird too for somebody who's getting ready to kill 4 people, and then you're in that much of a rage and a frenzy that you just put the dog away. Thank God. But just so weird. And I think they need to start looking for Hyundai Elantras in Washington State.
Well, I don't see it on that video anymore. I'm pretty sure it was her.
Yeah. I think that's all the updates on them. Trying to see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I know. I know what I wanted to see. Okay, let me go find it. And then we'll wrap it up after that. There was a video where they were showing the 3D imaging, what they were doing inside the house.
Yeah, Gray Hughes.
No, it was Brian Enton. Let me see if I can find it here. No. Let's see. Nope. Oh well. Yeah, it was. They were actually showing what they do when they went into the 1122 King and they did that 3D imaging of the crime scene. Hey, Spencer.
Yeah, that would be interesting to watch.
Hey, Nina. Where did I see it at? Let me see something real quick.
I wonder if she deleted that video.
One sec, I'll find it.
Or was it? It might have been Chris McDonough.
No, it was Brian Enton.
Oh, but I'm talking about the one. Oh, you know what? I think that was 2 weeks ago.
No, it was Brian Enton.
But I mean,
And
the one I was talking about.
And he was talking to the guy that does the imaging. Let me see if it's on YouTube. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Plus, it's past my bedtime. Yep, that's all the updates I see, but I'm going to map out everyone on the list.
Okay.
And see where they come from. Not tonight. And I'm going to have it prepared next time we go live so we can see. But hopefully tomorrow they'll have somebody in custody because this is getting ridiculous.
Yes. Well, I'll be
That's
praying.
that's what tells me that this is not a person that is in the immediate group or probably not even a student. This guy probably lives in the area, watches them, creeper, probably a peeping Tom. I'm going to go back and see anybody who's into that voyeurism in the Moscow area.
Yeah.
Something's I don't know. I don't feel it was. I don't know too much about David B. and David Loach, but I'm going to look into them. And we ran a background on Loach, and he has absolutely nothing on his record.
Mm-hmm.
But I never looked into Dylan or Bethany yet. But for so long, we were convinced it was Showwater and that food truck, and I don't think it is now.
No, because they were. Now that I saw the rest of the video, of them walking together, I think differently.
Honestly, that could have been them leaving the corner club. Maybe it was Adam. Maybe he was getting off work. And they were all just hanging out. But would that have made sense that she said, "What did you tell Adam?" And I told Adam everything. Yeah, there's something about that Phineas, yeah. That they had an argument or something at the frat party. And them not being accounted for a while.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering if they were being held against their will, or maybe even, I don't know, being tortured or something. Because where could they have been?
Yeah. I wonder if they've checked out every single person that lives in that apartment complex up in that alleyway. And
I
we
hope
saw the
so.
cams. I mean, come on, guys. We saw how many freaking cams there are in Moscow. I mean, they have to be going back on those cams and just at every. Could you imagine though all those cams and going at like every 15-second intervals to see what's going on? Oh my shit, gosh! Not to mention
Yeah.
the 4 people stabbed in the house, and there's a lot of evidence to go through. But
Yeah.
those live cams in Moscow really freaked me out because there's a lot of them.
Really? I had no idea.
I had no idea until I started Google live cams in Moscow because of how I used to do that in the Gabby Petito case. Did you all see that ex-dad says he talked to ex at midnight the night of the incident and she claimed she was home for the night? Xana?
Oh, yes. It was on that timeline you had up.
Yeah. But they say that Xana and Ethan got back at like what, 1:40? And then at like 1:56 or something, Maddie and Kaylee come home.
Yeah.
Interesting, guys. But that's it for me. I have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I have to get up early.
No. I think Xana and Ethan got home by at the time 1:40ish.
The her sister, well, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Kaylee.
Hopefully their phones are on. And maybe I don't know, I just don't know. But I'm going to make a map tomorrow on Google Earth and put every single one of these people that were mentioned or involved on the map and then see if I can just Google each name back and find anything about them back in the old day in their town.
Okay. I'll be looking forward to it.
Well, I might make you help me. All right, everyone.
Everything. I'll save everything I find.
Okay. Everyone, thank you for coming in. And remember, guys, keep your babies safe and stay vigilant. Chisme, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All
Thanks,
right, guys.
everyone.
You have a good week, everyone. Have a good week.